Going live.
You're now live.
Okay, thank you. Welcome everyone to November 23rd, 2021 Duntroon Hall Board Committee meeting. Let's start with the approval agenda. Be it resolved, the Duntroon Hall Board hereby approves the agenda dated November 23rd, 2021 as presented. We got Dave, we got Mary. Thank you. At this point, if you could disclose any disqualifying interests and nature thereof, please do so. Radio silence as expected. Thank you. Approval of the minutes dated October 26, 2021. Be it resolved, the Duntroon Hall Board hereby approve the meeting minutes dated October 26, 2021.
I have one minor correction. On my financial report, I may have stated it backwards. I may have stated this way, but when I looked into Hydro 1 for the time of use, it was going to cost us $10 more a month. Not save us.
Not save, okay.
But I may have said it backwards.
Anything else? So those in favor supporting the minutes from past meeting? We got Mary. We got Ron. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Business arising from the minutes. Washroom update.
We were in today, got all our drywall measurements. We'll get it delivered this week and be ready to go. I guess I need to find out from Monica if somebody's in there on Saturday and if they're there all day, when we can get in.
Yes, somebody's there Saturday. I will check times with her.
Okay, yeah. You can let me know times, even if we just go for the morning or something. We get a start.
Are they in for upstairs or downstairs, Monica?
They'll be downstairs, but I don't want to be sawing and banging and hammering on their head.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, and just when you are good to go, just send out a message, and if you need helpers, obviously generally more merrier. COVID-19 update. I'm not sure if we have any updates related to the minutes. Other than, I mean, we sort of had a good clarification on a lot of the issues. I don't think anything has changed since that point. Not that I have been made aware of, so.
It's just in reference to an email that went out from Amanda Murray on October 29th.
Okay. Solar panel update. Jim, I know you talked to Rudy. I talked to Rudy as well. He's aware of the trees that need to be dealt with, but and he's going to do a little bit more, but he can't get in there right now. It's just too wet. So there's no, obviously, I don't think huge rush on it because there are no leaves on the tree, so there'll be less obstruction, and rather not have a whole lot of damage to the fields at this point. So I think I'm going to wait till it freezes up.
Yeah, thanks for following up on that, Gord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giffen commemoration.
We sent in a letter.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Yeah, I think there's been a lot of good, warm regards being sent to the family since I've been in touch with Kim and Mike, and yeah, I think they're overwhelmed with the support from the community. Financial report, Mary, where are we at?
Our balance as of today is $38,093.
Okay.
And can I get for that fireplace? I obviously gave the guy $100 cash. So can I get somebody to approve that I can sign my own check payable to me?
I approve.
Okay, thank you. That's it for me.
Yeah,
Great. Did that get moved in?
Yes,
Yes.
Travis and I did it tonight on the way home.
Thank you very much. That's great.
And it worked. And it works.
Yeah, that helps.
Where was it supposed to go?
Downstairs, I think.
Okay.
I think it's just to add a little warming space in the basement for Christmas parties.
Right, we put it just opposite the corner of the kitchen.
Perfect.
Northeast corner of the kitchen there.
Excellent.
It has
If any-
a on the top, you can put a TV and then you can put your VCR in it. And
And cook it.
If anybody wants to know what the panel below the fireplace, push it and it pops open, and that's where the switches and stuff are. So
Excellent.
oh, maybe I should make a little label and put it on there.
That's a good idea, Mary.
Okay. Oh, I have one other thing on finance. I just realized this evening that one of my duties from last month was to ask Kelly the procedure, I assume it's Kelly, the procedure about donation with regard to the furnace. So I had sent an email, but I haven't heard back. So I sent a follow-up email tonight. It was CC to Gord, Jim, and David on that. So hopefully, if it's not her, hopefully she'll pass it on to whoever it is. But so I don't have an answer on that yet.
Any recent payments from Joseph, Mary? He said he was gonna.
Nope.
No? Okay, I'll follow up with him again. I think that's it for that. Event and booking update, Monica?
Monica's asleep.
Monica, your sound's off.
If we could only see the look of panic on her face as she tries to figure out how to turn it on.
Nicole!
There she is.
Live. Okay, Monica, can you give us an update for bookings and event?
We're not hearing you, Monica.
Oh. All right. I think she's coming now. The green phone's on.
I was going to suggest sign language, but that doesn't quite work.
Doesn't work when she doesn't have the video. All right. Well, we'll come back if Monica, you are able to get some.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah,
we
there we go.
Oh, my God. Okay. Nicole's not home. Christmas parties, birthday parties for November, December. And then a girl's renting the kitchen for, I believe it's 2 Thursdays. And then January, we have another booking for a bowling and a birthday party. And then our buck and does are March, April, and 3 Saturdays in May. We're pretty full.
Okay, so the New Year's one is it still going?
So far, she phoned Nicole and asked a bunch of questions, and
Okay.
as far as she says, she's still a go.
Yeah.
She did tentatively book another date just in case we get in a lockdown.
Yeah.
But so far, she's planning on going.
Yeah, that's good. Any word from the Red Pass? I'm gonna see Karen tomorrow. I was gonna ask, but just any update on how their event went?
No, I sent a message to Jillian, and I just asked her to let us, we were always looking to improve, let us know if there's anything, you have any suggestions, but I haven't heard back.
Great.
Yeah, Andrew that works with us was there. And he said it was, I asked if things were warm enough, he thought. He said, yeah, no, it seemed, everything seemed to be fine from his perspective.
Good.
Other than
Well,
there being
it's,
too much stuff.
Well, and
Well,
I
that-
always worry about the kitchen, make sure that everything in there is working and stuff. I did run the coffee maker and all that to make sure it was okay. So I haven't heard anything else from her.
Great.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Monica.
Thanks, Monica, for all your sort of cleanup and prep, and Suzanne and Kimberly and Mary, if I'm forgetting anyone else who did cleanup or decorating.
Roz.
Roz. Yeah, Roz Campbell, and and anyone else who moved and shifted and reshaped the space. That's great.
Well, Mark and I went in, Ron had been in the morning and turned the heat on, and the thermostat wouldn't go up. So Scott
Yeah.
Campbell went in and put a new thermostat on, and now you can adjust the heat. So
Yeah, I had the same problem. It was pumping heat, but it just wouldn't adjust. So yeah, that's great.
it's not a programmable. It was a quick and simple. Let's get this thing going so it's warm in there. So
Yeah.
No, that's great, able to do that. One thing we noticed when we were doing that, I don't know if we should save this for later, but it looked like there were like a lot of plugs in the walls. Like, I don't know.
Like for screws.
Yeah, for screws.
Yes, Joseph had told me he was going to patch all of those, and obviously he didn't. So I will follow up with him to get back there and do that.
so when he
Okay.
patches, is he painting too?
Hopefully, yeah, I will mention that too. Because that's just a basic white. Do we know do we have a can of that actually
Yeah, there's a
The
can in
white
the
is-
basement.
Yeah,
Basement?
it's probably still in there.
in the cupboard?
No, in where you shoved the furnace.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll go make
Storage
sure
shed.
that's out for him so we can do that. Perfect.
But won't the paint be a different color now? Well, Ron, you would know.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't change that much. You might have to carry on the wall a little bit longer, a little bit further. Might have to shut her down at a window or something, right? I was quite surprised. I was there on a Tuesday and then went back on the Saturday morning, and I was shocked because the kitchen was clean. I seen the kitchen before and it was a mess.
Yeah.
And then the decorations, wow, it looks great. You guys did a great job.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
it's good to turn it around,
Yeah.
get it back in order. And
I
get it,
did order some stuff from A Supply, and I have a bill to give to Mary just to stock up on things. One thing we need is coffee filters for that Bun coffee maker, but I don't know anything about it.
What shape are they?
Like they're like it's an industrial one. I think Debbie used to get them from Duntroon Highlands. So they're the great big basket ones. Like you'd get like a Devil's Glen or something.
Right, I would think A Supplies would carry those.
Oh, like the filter?
Yeah, I wonder.
Mhm.
I can phone and ask if they have them or if they know where I can get them.
Yeah, and if you have trouble, Monica, let me know, okay?
Okay. Yeah, there was a big box of them, but now they're gone, but who knows where they are.
Okay.
And one more thing, Nicole put together a whole package with the rental agreement and this, the transferring the responsibility form and everything that I just cut and paste and send to all the renters. I just emailed it to everybody just to look. And we did up all our prices, so I don't know if I need permission to do that, even though we already did it.
So you're going to send it to us to have a look
I already,
at?
I just did.
he did.
I just,
Yeah. I just- Okay, great, thanks.
On, on the garbage bin pickup, I called the Simcoe County and, I didn't get to speak to a human, but I left a message. And, a few days after that, they came to pick ours up, but I had requested ours be picked up in August or whenever that was, when we got 2 sets dropped off. And the 2 guys that were here said that they were here like 2 days after I called. The 2 guys here said it wasn't on their list, but we have a problem because if somebody shows up to pick them up and they're not anywhere to be found, they're not going to get picked up. So any suggestions on how to handle that? I mean, I could try and ask that they call here before they go there to pick them up, and I could go over. The one that's on the side down by the propane tank, we should haul it out of there before we get too much snow, but I just don't know how that's going to work, getting rid of those.
There's 2 of them down there now.
Oh,
I
you
don't-
put the green. Yeah,
I
because the
talked-
other one,
Great, go ahead.
the other one was inside the entryway, but when we were there decorating, I didn't see it. So I don't know where it is now.
I talked to them, they're extremely backlogged with pickups and deliveries and yeah, so they're way behind for sure.
And now in January, they'll be busy with people wanting to trade in to get smaller ones. So I did call, I haven't heard back from anybody, but I just don't know how that's gonna work.
Do you think if they were located at one of our houses that they would pick them up? Like that we just get them out of the hall property?
Sure. I mean, I can bring them here. I don't mind doing that. Or
Yeah,
if
if-
someone
if
can,
Or I was gonna say
if
we
someone could
would
throw
have
them
to
in their,
pay-
someone could throw them in their truck and drop them off here, I'll keep after them. But
I can do that, Mary.
I don't want them here. I don't want them here forever either. But anyway, that was, it's not a big deal, but the way I reported on it now, it's just not going to work.
We couldn't just leave them at the side of the entry door, like where the little areas, and have something on them so that they couldn't be opened? Or put them upside down or something so nobody uses them?
Well, the problem is if they get stuck in the snow, I don't think anybody coming to pick them up is going to be looking very far afield for them. I mean, they dropped 2 off here, so that kind of indicates that they thought there were 2 driveways here, I guess. So I don't know. I don't mind taking them here if that would work, but it's worth a try.
I think that's the simplest.
Okay.
Facility review, did the programmable timer get put on those lights? I've seen them on.
I unplugged them tonight. I got some LED Christmas lights here that I don't use anymore. I'm gonna run them down and put them up.
Okay.
Something that has a bit more color to them.
Yeah.
Those are pretty faded and sad looking.
Thanks, David.
Good. And I saw they put the township lights up. What did we get this year?
A
3
star.
stars.
Ours?
A big one at the road and 2 little ones at the playground.
All right. Well, that's nice that they're at the playground. That's great.
Oh, it's down that way. I think you can see them from 124 if you look in the right place.
You should put one in the dog park too.
I don't want to pick it up after.
Get the glowing fire one.
The deer. Good.
Yeah.
Anything else with facility? Oh, the furnace. So it's there. Do we have a date to get that changed?
We're working on that. Finding a person to do it right now seems to be next to impossible. Ron is working on his neighbor to see if he can do it for us. So whenever we get more information, we'll let you know on that's going on with that.
Okay.
I had a couple questions. 2 of them were for Jim. The office walls, partition walls that are in the storage room, what is their purpose?
That's a good, it was probably something to do with small halls, and I think somebody donated those to us. They're like a freestanding fabric wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark, do you remember? No.
Yeah, I got them somewhere. I can't remember where I got them, but we used them.
Small.
Was it
No,
a small?
commemoration. I think it was commemoration.
Yeah.
Or whatever the 50th or whatever that. Yeah.
Right.
From my perspective, I'm okay if they go.
Anybody else have any tie to them that want to keep them, or?
Yeah, we need to start creating some space in there. I think I was going to suggest we have a maybe when we're doing a little reno duty, maybe have a purge of some of the stuff in there because there's a lot of junk.
Well, that's what I was looking at. That we need to. We've got 5 fridges, so I know we have the 2 upstairs that need to go because we're going to put that new Pepsi fridge up there. So there's the 2 up there. Monica, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe one was yours and one was mine at that time, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right.
And then, do you want yours back?
Sure.
Okay, go get it.
I don't want it, but somebody might.
Yeah. And then there's the side-by-side that's sitting outside of the kitchen. I don't know if we have any use for it. And then Gord told me the one that got shoved in the furnace room is garbage too. So if we know, we'll take a little round out of moving all of them around. And I think if we move them around out of the way, we can pull the good padded chairs out of the furnace room for the Christmas party people to use. That's what they're for. And then we can shove that new furnace in there. And then that frees up some room that we can get into the storage room. And if we can get rid of those office panels and just tighten up a bit of stuff along that wall, that would be huge.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, I was thinking that myself. But
So does anybody want that side-by-side fridge, or where did it come from? Or
the one that's downstairs?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was my question to Monica. Do we need? We've always had 2 fridges downstairs. We can't fit those 2. Do we even need 2 fridges downstairs?
I kind of thought that we got rid of the 2 small ones in favor of one that was a bit bigger, and that was all we needed. So we weren't running the hydro for 2 fridges.
Yeah.
It was just 1.
Yeah, so I thought.
Yeah, I think people will use what we have.
What's that, Monica?
What was that, Monica?
I said people will use what we have. We only have 1. That's all they have to use. So it'll have to be fine.
Okay, so was the idea then to use the side by side, just to have the one?
I would use the fridge that's in the kitchen right now, because most people are bringing stuff that goes in the fridge, not in the freezer so much. And the side-by-side fridges are so small, you don't get much in
Yeah,
them.
I agree.
Yeah,
Does anybody want the side by side?
Maybe we should keep it in case any one of our personal fridges dies, because you can't buy fridges or anything right now, can you?
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, where it's sitting right now, if we just, because that sort of where that pillar is, it's kind of a dead space that you really can't use anyways. So is it worth almost not like framing it up so that and then it's just stored there, and if we do need it, or I don't know, like where else would?
I'd say get rid of it.
Yeah.
me too. I say get rid of it.
I think you could ask Gord, you could ask Kimberly or something, because she'd mentioned about that Pepsi fridge that she would be interested or might be interested.
Yeah.
She might be interested in this fridge. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you have room in your barn for, Monica? We take the 2 from the bar up to you, or
I don't have room for anything.
you don't?
Oh, I'm full.
There's no such thing as a full barn. Okay, so yeah,
Well, if
that's
somebody has a place for them, we'll try and get them moved. And if we do go there on Saturday, we'll try and roll them in the trailer and get them out of there.
yeah. So everybody ask around if you find someone who needs a fridge side by side. That's and I guess the 2 small ones. Are you
The 2
taking
up in the
one
bar?
back,
So
Dave, are you going to take one of those back or no?
not that I know of right now.
Okay.
but Mary did have a good point. I don't know, because you can't buy I know people. My sister-in-law waited forever for a fridge, but
yeah.
I don't know how long a fridge will last unplugged either. I don't know.
How about, not that anybody wants to deal with it, but selling them if there's not much of a lack of market?
Yeah.
Yeah. We could have surge pricing.
An auction sale.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll take some pictures and put them on Marketplace and see if we get any nibbles.
I might take one if you're just trying to get the 2 upstairs in the bar are smaller.
Yeah.
I really can't remember. I think they're a bit smaller than the side by side, but I can't remember.
Yeah, because I think they both fit in downstairs.
Right.
No,
Well-
these ones were never, the ones that are up in the bar didn't come from downstairs. One was
No.
mine and one was Monica's, so they were never in downstairs.
Where did the two go that were downstairs? I guess one of them is probably the one in the
What-
furnace
Well-
room, and then the other one
Is bye-bye.
by.
Well, when I make the label to put on the, how to open the fireplace door to turn it on, I'll go and have a look and maybe I'll take one.
Okay.
And then if anybody's fridge dies, and you can't get one,
Married to the rescue.
Mary will sell it to us.
yeah, surge pricing.
Yeah.
One other thing in there, then, Jim, is that steel door. You got a steel frame and door in there. Where is that for?
That was for the south end of the dance floor in that hallway, the back stair.
Right. I knew you had a place for it. I just couldn't remember where.
Yeah, it may not be applicable anymore, but I think we should hold on to it. To see what
Yeah,
happens.
being as it's a steel door, would there be anything wrong with putting it on a couple blocks and sticking it in underneath the stairwell for now?
That sounds fine to me.
I'm just trying to make that wall a bit thinner that you can get the ping pong table moved over, and I'm assuming we want to keep the ping pong table for now. I don't know.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of stuff like that.
there is yeah, just I'm thinking there's I think a bunch of historical boards that are
Yeah,
mounted.
I have no problem with the signs and stuff that are there. We just need to tighten them back.
Okay. Because some of those could go in that kind of loft over the stairway, potentially.
Right.
But somebody 30 years from now makes a discovery and goes, oh, cool, look at all this old stuff. Like we did a few years ago when we cleaned it out.
Yeah, when we cleaned underneath the stage, it was like, wow, that's kind of cool. See you later.
So I just thinking maybe this, like that would be decent enough storage up there for those boards too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ralph wants them.
Might
And
be good.
all those trophies and stuff, are they like bowling trophies? I think there's some trophies kicking around.
There's not many in there.
Yeah, they're all in the bowling alley. I think there's one or two. I think there's a baseball, or is there? Maybe there's a bowling one in the cupboard, but then there's a whole bunch in the bowling alley.
Yeah, if we just got some of the stuff cleaned up along the north wall that we could shove things over, and then once those vanities come out of there too, we're going to use them in the new bathrooms right now anyway. So once they come out,
Yeah.
that'll clean up a lot of space up there.
Would be really nice at some point if anybody is ever thinking of some electrical work to get an outlet put in for the sump pump. 'Cause I think we're still running an extension cord through that area, which doesn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be just if we can try and remember that if there's any electrical work going on to get them to run a dedicated outlet in there.
I guess when we do that reno, it's going to entail that space. So
Yeah, right.
The bowling entrance or whatever access door.
It's in my shop. I got the measurements of it the other day. I'm ready to just route the hinges in and we'll be good to go.
Oh, you got one? Okay.
Yep. Yep. I've had it for a while. I just kept forgetting to put the hinges and get the hinge marked. So I did that on Saturday when I was in.
Great. And so people are renting the bowling alley now. We might need to do a little bit of work on it. I think there's a leak in one of the lines, as there usually is. And I think one of the master reset switches is not working.
Mhm.
Huh. So we can go tinker with it.
Didn't Councillor Doug McKechnie take the bowling equipment repair course last year?
I believe he did.
Yeah, I took that course, but sadly I failed, so.
I believe Mark and I discussed a couple of years ago, and I don't think either one of us ever did it, was changing the oil in that compressor too.
Yeah. It was changed in 1943.
You may have to warm it up a little bit before it'll drain out. It might be a bit
Yeah, might be. The thing will likely die with new oil in it.
Really hasn't been used in 2 years, so it's probably a little sticky.
Well, I think they were going to use it on Saturday, so
Good.
all of that lubed up.
Any other facility issues and updates?
Oh, picnic tables. Did anybody do anything with them yet?
What's the plan? Just stack them?
Well, last year we stood them up against that tree or something. I forget what it was. We had them all leaned up just so that they weren't sitting in snow. And especially there's the one kind of further to the west. It's right in where we shoveled the snow down that ditch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we're there on Saturday, we can move them then. I don't care, but
yeah.
Yeah. Or Suzanne and I will try and deal with that too.
Yeah, and if I'd have thought of them today when we were there, Travis and I had a couple minutes, we probably could have done that, but that thought didn't cross my mind. So.
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry, David, just you're going on Saturday to do the drywall, is that right?
Well, possibly. I got to do a little bit of plumbing stuff first, and there's a bit more stuff to cut out and clean up too. So, but then we'll be ready for some drywall. So yes, I'm gonna see if I can get Hamilton's to drop it in there tomorrow.
But you need to know what time the renters are there.
Yes, yeah. If they're gonna be there at 10 o'clock in the morning, then probably not gonna go. But if they're not coming till 3 in the afternoon, then perfect. So if you can text me that, Monica, we'll get this kind of plan made for Saturday.
Perfect.
Those were,
New biz?
that was
Any
all.
new business? Nope, no new business. Any old business? Any risky business?
Do you want me to add rental rates to the next agenda since you guys are going to review the package that Nicole's prepared? Then you can officially enter it into the minutes as accepted and approved.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Awesome, I will do that.
Thank you. All right, well,
Oh, Gord, I just wanted to check, so how did everything go with Joseph?
I think pretty good. I mean, you know, he was a little, you know, obviously frantic in his, because he had so much crap to get out of there and where he was going to put it, and he's moving to a new space and blah, blah, blah. So, but I mean, he was, you know, totally thankful and happy, and, you know, that he had that opportunity, and I think it was good for him. Yeah, it was just the closure wasn't as as in most cases, people moving out of spaces doesn't go as seamless as it we would like it, but yeah, no, I think he's it's good.
And where's he gone
Okay,
to?
one thing I just,
He's
in
at
the
the.
entry, oh, sorry,
Go ahead.
just a quick thing when. When we were cleaning out the entry, there was a blue bin that had a bunch of balls and it looked like some work boots or something. And I kind of wondered if it was Joseph. Anyway,
Yeah, I had put it out front, and I was going to tell him to get it, but then I found it in the back after he'd gone. So I will, when we do the talk to him and he goes for the patch and paint, I'll mention that to him again.
okay, yeah, because I think we moved it into the storage room.
Yeah.
But he may need those. I was thinking the boots.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
If
he's moved to the larder on Ronald Crescent. Men with Knives is sort of kitchen space.
just let him know too that it's rented most Saturdays too, that if he's gonna come up and do a patch and paint,
Yeah,
that's be done midweek.
generally he's busy most of the weekend days, so it wouldn't be then. He'd probably do a midweek.
I noticed last month there was a question about the sanitizer. We could not get it open. Has that been resolved?
Haven't tried. I'll try that.
Yeah, that should be in working order. And oh, sorry. Susan. And last month, there was a big discussion about Burnside and Lloyd and everything. And Terry said the hall board needs to be happy with the design. And Burnside has to be happy with input. And Gord, you said that we may hear by December. Well, I mean, it's not December yet, but have you heard anything?
No updates as of yet. Yeah, I mean, if it is December, I got the sense it would be later in December. Potentially around the third week. But I will reach out to Terry and see if there's any update on progress. All right. Any interesting news, tidbits, points of interest? Who's being Santa this year? I nominate Dave.
Yeah. He's been gunning for it for last year.
You're a shoo-in.
I'm
think
not
he-
big enough around. That should be Mark's job.
But they should understand that this year there was that vote that we had that you guys, I think, unfortunately missed, that we thought that streaking down the main street of Duntroon as Santa was the way to go.
Oh, yeah.
On a really cold day.
Yeah, just
Really, really dark.
and there'd be nothing to see if it was a really cold day. There'd be nothing to see.
I think we get some pyrotechnics and we put you in the Hennessy garage lockdown chamber. I think that would, attract some attention maybe too.
Yeah.
Is there anything from that, Doug? Do we know, like, is that just a dead issue and we should assume that we could sort of might see something done in 5 years, sort of thing.
What's that, Gord?
The
Sorry,
gas.
I wasn't paying. The what?
The gas station?
No, you know what? The last I heard about it was that, well, I haven't heard anything. The township have, they basically, I guess, had the guy clean it up in there a little bit, like cut the weeds and everything. But as far as getting work going on it again, I don't think the township can force them to. I think the township had them stop work during COVID, but now they can, he's been able to get working again on it in, I think since like May, and nothing's happened. And they bugged him a few times, but I think that's all that's occurred. We will be having an in-camera meeting with the bylaw, I think pretty soon. I think we're due pretty soon. And in that in-camera meeting, he'll be going over some of the properties like that, and what's going to be happening, because there's a number of properties like that need work on them. And I mean, that particular property needs to, like the construction just to get going on it. So anyway, he'll bring us, I assume the bylaw officer will bring us up to date on it, but that'll be an in-camera meeting. But, hopefully he has some positive comments. But no, the bottom line is I have no real news on it. I've asked several times and they said, we can't even get a hold of the guy half the time. So,
Well, at least clean it up. I mean, if construction doesn't start, at least clean it up. Did the owner cut the weeds, or did the township cut them and bill him?
Well, it was the township that put the pressure on him, and I think the owner actually had the weeds cut. I don't think the township went in and did it, but I don't know that for sure. But you know what, Mary? I'll tell you, just to get the weeds cut, I'll bet you I bugged the township 3 different departments, so bylaw, roads, and the building department. I probably bugged them for 4 or 5 months, and finally, at least the weeds got cut. But I was getting pretty frustrated. So. And part of my frustration was even out front on the boulevard there, which is township property, I thought anyway, the weeds were pretty long there. And I thought, well, surely we could go in and at least cut those. But apparently, if the owner is responsible for cutting the boulevard out in front of their property. So I was sort of banging my head against the wall there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
It's been frustrating. And now, and we have another property in Duntroon that I'm not happy with either. I thought it was going to be cleaned up at one point, but it seems to be getting worse. So.
Oh, the one down from the corner?
The arms?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I guess somebody bought the corner, the old hotel. So it's changed hands, so we might see a change to it. The one
old hotel?
Across the street from
Arizona Blues or whatever it is.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's the woman who owns Friends in Stainer. Can't remember her name. Diane, I think.
Diane Wagner.
Diane
Wagner, yeah.
Wagner, that's it.
Well, she used to be Wagner anyway.
Well, she got that.
Yeah. So I'm presuming we'll see some changes to the road.
What's she gonna do with it, Gord? What are her plans?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I'd be surprised if she just bought it as an investment property. You'd assume she's got some plan.
It's going to make it into a bar, and it's going to be rocking music every night, eh, Ron?
That would be great.
Anyway, regarding, I'll tell you what, Gord, regarding that garage there, tomorrow I'll fire off another email to the bylaw and just rattle their chain a little bit and see what's going on there, and I'll get back to you anyway. I'll let you know. But so far, I haven't really heard any positive action there, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of an eyesore, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
Okay, everyone. Well, thank you so much for showing up. And the next meeting is slotted December 14th, 2021 at 7 o'clock. And
Are we still zooming then, or are we going to be in person by then?
I think we're still required to Zoom. They haven't changed in person yet. Kayla, you can confirm that, but as far as I know, there's been no.
Yep, so it's still by Zoom for the rest of the year, and we'll monitor that as more information becomes available. I see cases are rising, so we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
On Thursday is our Indigenous Educational. So if you guys want to watch that on YouTube, it's at 2:30, and then it'll be on YouTube anytime thereafter, pre-recorded. And your next meeting, you said December 14th. I'll have a
15th,
double
isn't it?
booking, but if you'd like that, I can find somebody to facilitate it as well.
Are we not the 15th? It says on the minutes, it's the 15th.
Well, I sneakily went in and put the 15th, and then had a very long conversation with Mary about the twilight zone that we're living in, and why I kind of sneaky put it on the 15th, which is the Wednesday, and that's only because the BIA is on the 14th.
Okay, so we're the 15th then.
If you're okay with that. I mean, if nobody's going to show up, then I'll be sad.
Yeah, but that Kayla, returning to the Twilight Zone, the 15th, well, the 14th is a second Tuesday in December. Aren't our meetings always the third Tuesday in December, or used to be?
Yeah.
So is December Tuesday, December 21st, too close to Christmas?
Works for me. I
Well,
can't do the 15th, so if we can't do the 14th, I can't do the 15th. So if the 21st, if anyone's opposed to that.
Oh, the 21st would be good. It's if it's a Zoom meeting, it's no big deal. You're not out about doing anything anyway. So
It's
Yeah.
solstice. We'll have to do it by candlelight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Perfect.
Yule.
Roz, is that you?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you were here. Hi.
I've been here the whole time, Gord.
Really? I haven't slid down my screen. Sorry.
No, I just showed up about 5 minutes ago.
about the time we wrapped up all the business part of it, Ron
Yeah,
popped up.
Yeah.
So we're
Kayla. Oh, sorry.
so we're in agreement to have the meetings the third Tuesday of every month.
Yeah,
21st.
21st.
No, but going forward, every month, the third Tuesday.
That was the rule.
Well, the last 2 months have been the fourth Tuesday. So we are returning to the third Tuesday.
Perfect.
Mary's on it. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
Kayla,
Yes, Roz.
what was the thing you were talking about that the Indigenous Day? What was that you were talking about? Sorry, I missed that.
I will
So-
send out that link for you.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank
Gord.
you. Thanks, Gord. Doing spells on us.
Oh, that was cute.
I think Santa's tired. He needs to go to bed.
No, I need to go to the shop and get some more work done.
Oh,
Sure.
gosh. Okay,
Well, everyone, December 21st it is. And be it resolved, the Duntroon Hall Board meeting be adjourned at 7:57 p.m. this wintry night. Thank you and love you all.
thank you.